Testing, 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 testing. Hello and welcome to this St. Christopher's Varsity Soccer stream. The Saints will be taking on Woodberry on senior night, and this varsity soccer team is looking the first seed in the eyes as we approach the playoffs. A huge win last Tuesday at City Stadium versus their rival Collegiate. So the seniors will walk momentarily to celebrate senior night. So here's Evan Broughton.
Next, we have Cole Butler here. Hayes Carruthers.
Here is Matthew Covington. And next we have Cade Cox.
Lucas Gordonier.
And here is Daniel, Daniel Kehoe. And here is Captain Sutton Olson. And here is Captain Tyler Overstreet. And here is Alex Rockaway. Here is Jack Rickards. And here is manager Lawson Roberts. And goalkeeper Connor Welch now. August Wood now. So those are the senior soccer players. Always love to see them be able to walk on senior night as they rejoin their team on the sidelines. See, the game is scheduled to start at 4:45, so we have about 9 minutes left. So we are back as these teams take the field and prepare to get started here at St. Christopher's. The Saints coming into this matchup with an impressive 15-2-1 record. Woodberry also has a pretty good record, 8-4-2. So as we discussed earlier, the Saints coming off a big win at City Stadium against their biggest competition within the Prep League and some of the biggest competition within the state, and an old rival, Collegiate. They won 2-1 with goals from Evan Braun and Chase Muirland, and it was a very important win for the Saints as they are now 2-0 against Collegiate this year. And as of the 21st, St. Christopher's is ranked #1 in the state among independent schools. Collegiate tied in 3rd with Episcopal, as Woodberry will start it with the kickoff.
Very packed midline we see here. Looks like they're trying to show a strong pressure up front. It's been used by a lot of professional clubs this season. Just kick it out of bounds and put hard pressure in the beginning.
As a header to Gordon near. That one is out of bounds on the Saints. You saw Collegiate do that at City Stadium a lot on their kickoffs. They would just kick it deep, try and put it deep downfield with the Saints, and then put some pressure on them, try and generate some offense on turnovers that way. As it was out on Collegiate, so Overstreet takes the throw in, and Braun makes a pass to his goalie. Connor Welch starting today for senior night. As Woodberry keeping possession, trying to find an open opportunity here, and they turn it over. Kehoe intercepts that pass. Overstreet to Butler. Butler with a pass to Rickers out on that right wing. And he will dribble it past midfield. Makes a pass. I think he's trying to get to Cade Cox, and just Cade keeps it in bounds impressively enough, using his speed there, but cannot quite keep possession. But the Saints will get it back on a long kick by Collegiate.
Yeah, ball's kept in play here. Very interesting, but maybe hoping Woodberry looking for someone further in the field there.
And some quick passes for the Saints. Carruthers goes down. I think the pass was looking for him. And Rickers takes a bad tumble. Angel Mateo Aguilar collided him as he was in midair looking for the header. And they will call the foul on Woodberry. It'll be a free kick for Overstreet. He's got Butler behind the ball and nobody on the defensive side of the field for the Saints besides Connor Welch. As the free kick up off the head and still up in the air. And Braun puts one in, but I believe they're going to call him offsides.
That would have been amazing here. Great start. Goal in the first 3 minutes here. That would have been a great start off to the senior night, but sadly, offsides.
Yes, so an unfortunate call there as Rickard manages to force it out of bounds and gets a throw in for the Saints. And Broughton makes a man miss.
Evans sends it out to Tyler Overstreet on the wing here. Just find Daniel Kehoe. Looks like it was a bit tipped.
And Olsen flies in there.
Amazing interception.
As now, looks like Gordon Neer took a tumble, so contact there. I believe they're going to call that one on George Roby. Did not have my eyes on the contact, so I didn't quite see how it went, but you don't see a lot of complaining from Woodberry, so I imagine it was probably a fair call.
I think the Woodberry defender just came in from behind there, swope out. Lucas Gordonier's legs, and that's just a simple penalty call there for the refs to make.
So Gordon Neer will have the free kick up and wide left of the goal. Looks like he was trying to put it in. He had a couple guys there in the box, but
I think he was trying to look a little chip shot there for chip cross there for Evan Broughton, but it just couldn't get there. It was a bit too far.
I mean, Lucas Gordonier, 17 goals and 8 assists for the Saints this season. Leads the team in both categories. And 6 of those goals have come against Prep League competition. As that one is called out of bounds on Collegiate. Overstreet takes a throw in to Broughton. Butler dribbling upfield, gets a pass to Rickards. And I believe that is out of bounds on Collegiate, and Rickards, it looks like, will take the throw in. Nobody too close. So, pardon me, it will be a Collegiate throw in. I'm a little confused there. As the Saints putting pressure on Woodberry there. And if the Saints win this game, the Prep League is all theirs. As here is Rickards trying to retain possession. Woodberry couldn't keep it. Cole Butler came in with a steal. As he's using some quick feet there, getting the pass off. I believe that's Rickards, and tries to get a pass across the field. Can't quite hit his teammate, but the Saints recover. And here is Gordon Neer with a pass to Kehoe.
I love that play right there from his career. There's just letting the ball through to give it to Lucas. Sadly, couldn't get anything out of that play. Daniel took too big of a touch there, but hopefully he can put some pressure on this Woodbury offense to get the ball right back.
Yep, as that was out of bounds on that far side of the field, so it will be a goalie kick for Woodbury Forest. And it is low as Carithers comes in to take it off the bounce. And Carithers takes a bit of a tumble there. And a decent crowd here for senior night as some of the varsity football players come out to support. And it is stolen deep in Saints territory by Woodberry. Overstreet putting some pressure on him. And the shot taken in by Connor Welch.
Sends it wide to Cade Cox here. Open field for Cade to run. Shows true speed.
Yep, so.
Sends it into August. August fights for it. Sadly, the double team got to him.
And Woodberry trying to use their speed and taking a tumble there.
That'd be the Saints ball. A little free kick here. Sun gives to Evan.
Yep, so after that save by Connor Welch, he's now 12 for 14 on the season for shots on goal. So he's only let 2 through all year, playing as a backup to Colin Weiss, who is 43 for 57. And Colin Weiss big story against City Stadium. He was a beast in goal. Let one through early on a bit of a mental error, but was perfect for the rest of the game and had some crucial blocks to help the Saints win that game, as that kick is nice deflection there by Broughton. Some great control to get it to Overstreet. That's a difficult thing to do, as Butler dribbling through a couple defenders, using his speed, just blows right by him. Gets a pass off to Gordon Neer, putting some pressure on that back line.
Shot for Lucas. Just a bit, not enough spin on that shot there. Saw the angle he was going for, but sadly the Woodberry keeper saves it.
Yeah, I like the idea though. Just get the ball to your leading scorer and let him do his thing, as that header just does not put it in the right direction for the Saints, and Woodberry recovers in a safe pass. Couple safe passes here, as Butler again just outrunning his defender, or his attacker, sorry. And Overstreet, nice pass to Broughton. Broughton gets it to Kehoe. Kehoe has 8 goals on the season. As Woodberry again putting some pressure on the back line. Rickards playing some nice defense, forces a pass out to past midfield.
Cole Butler chasing down on the wing. Slide tackle, great deflection there. Love to see that.
You have a great play there. Kept it clean too, as no whistle is blown.
Love to see that speed as well from Cole Butler right there. Come from that center back position all the way out to the wing.
So it'll be a throw-in. Manages to avoid the corner kick too. As here's a throw-in from Woodberry. Was in a box, deflected by Olsen, as the bounce goes over the head of August Wood, but the Saints managed to keep possession. As here's Cade Cox with a pass to August.
Great tech from Lucas right there, but sadly, someone's right behind him there.
And Kehoe, chip ball to Gordon Neer, and Woodberry's goalkeeper. Great job there, coming out, making just a smart move there to come out and get it, and just barely manages to beat Gordon Neer to the ball. Woodberry with the steal and deflected out of bounds for a Woodberry throw-in. As Cole Butler with some nice defense, already making an impact this game, as Carithers and Gordon Neer, just a great job, one-touch pass there. And Olsen making his way around a couple defenders, looks for a pass, finds one to Overstreet. And Overstreet gets it to Broughton. Cole Butler looking around for a pass. Good one there to Kehoe. Daniel Kehoe out to the wing with Overstreet. Overstreet through a couple defenders. The pass to August Wood, unfortunately cannot get a shot out of it, as Woodberry had a hefty back line there. That is put out of bounds, as the Saints make some substitutions here. So we have Wood, Carithers, Kehoe, and Cox all came off. Looks like Stalker, Bierlin, and I believe Wishnack all came in. Not sure exactly who the last substitution was.
It looks like we have Alex Rackley as well in the back left.
So there is Alex Ralclay, as cannot quite keep it there. A slide tackle from Olson as the Saints keep it. Butler, couple of dribbles here as he finds a pass to Stalker. Stalker crosses the field to Olson. Ralclay makes a pass to Olson. Trying to find some space as he has a couple defenders on him. And Woodberry putting some serious one-on-one pressure, as that is a big struggle there for the ball. Looks like Apollonie Kinsley was tussling a bit with Olson for that one, but Olson manages to win it as it goes out of bounds on Woodberry, and Gordonier, I believe they're calling a foul actually, so Gordonier will have a free kick. Free kick, deflected, still in the air as Woodberry manages to keep it out of the back of their net. Gordonier has it again though. Gordonier through some defenders.
Gives to Evan Broughton, I think. Evan Broughton just taps it in. Fundamental goal right there. Amazing goal.
Yeah,
Amazing play by the Saints right there.
yeah, I love that. It's Evan Braun, I believe it was him. It is his second goal in 2 games, and he is a defender, an anchor for the Saints defense. So it's interesting to see a mostly defensive player get some action on offense and put some in the back of the net.
It's just in those scenarios right there. I mean, a free kick or corner kick, they just send the tall guys from the back in. So he's just right in front of the goal right there, looking for the ball to be given to him. And he completed his job, what he was there to do.
Yeah, so no foul there. I'm surprised, but Woodberry cannot quite keep it through that back line. I thought Stalker might have shoved him down, but the refs do not call it. And for Braun, that's his 5th game of the season. Defender's dream, as Woodberry with some nice passes in a dangerous situation as the Saints defense just scrambling to cover everything. And the through ball just too far and too many people there. And Connor Welch makes a call to his teammates and comes out to get it, makes a simple roll over to Carson Stalker. So his 13th save of the season on 15 shots on goal against him. So he's got 86% save percentage as Butler dribbling through a couple defenders and makes a pass to Olson. As Stalker, the pass.
Chase Breland here.
Chase Bierlin manages to keep it through a couple defenders, and the pass could not quite make a connection there with Colin Wishnack. It's a pass over to that right wing for Woodberry, but the Saints managed to keep take it away, and I believe that is out on Woodberry, and it will be. And Braun will take the no, Rockaway will take the throw, and he's got Braun open right there if he wants him. Makes a little more difficult pass over to Cole and cannot quite connect with him as a couple defenders glued to him. But they somehow come out with the ball after that as Chase Bierlin cannot quite find that pass to Overstreet, and it goes out of bounds for a turnover to Woodberry Forest. Throw in a long one. And a couple of players jumping up to get that one. And the through ball taken in by Connor Welch. An impressive jump ball there as he climbs the ladder to get that one.
Amazing forte there from Connor. Hey, and also some vert right there. Just easy pick up there for Connor.
Yeah, he's also a varsity basketball player. Had his first year with that team last year. So, might explain some of those hops as Saints get the call there. Broughton over to that left side to Rowclay. Rowclay makes a pass across the field back to Stalker. I don't believe Carson Stalker was starting for the first part of the year, but he has done an excellent job in the starting lineup as that pass is a little too far to connect with his teammate. And Connor Welch makes the pass to Broughton. And looking to connect there, I believe. Who is it?
Looking for Mason Groom right
Mason
there.
Groom. Apologies. As the goalie kick from Woodberry, a good one about midfield. As Bierlin takes that one away, an impressive steal there with two Woodberry players around him, and then he ducks to help that pass to Gordonier. Gordonier makes a pass to Groom. Groom fine to keep it. Makes a nice pass to Overstreet, and his pass deflected. Groom again has to fight for it, and they will call it out of bounds on Woodberry. Overstreet will throw it in. He makes a long throw in and manages to find Gordonier, and that shot is no good as it was taken in by the goalkeeper. Believe it was Bierlin trying to put that one in. And goalie kick with a ton of spin on it, falls to the ground pretty quickly. And Broughton crosses the field to Stalker. A very impressive defensive duo in Evan Broughton and Carson Stalker has helped them win a lot of games, as the Saints have only allowed 16 goals all season and have pitched 8 shutouts. They outscore their opponents 58-16 on the season, and that is currently at 59-16, including this game against Woodberry. As that one put out. I believe it was Oren Klein who got his head on it and put it out, and it will be a Saints goalie kick as it went out on that far end of the field. Sorry, not goalie kick, corner kick. And it looks like it will be taken by Overstreet as Saints have all but one past midfield. Carson Stalker, the only man back for the Saints. And the corner up, headed, and a recovery shot, and again, it won't go in.
Great play by the Woodberry keeper there. Just back-to-back shots, just save them. That's pretty hard
Yeah, so
to
he's
do.
3 for 4 on the night. It will be another corner kick for the Saints. This is something they've been doing good all year. And it is up and taken in by Woodberry's goalkeeper, who is right where he needed to be. An impressive showing from him tonight.
Sends it out. Looks like it's a 2-on-1 in this situation right now.
And Stalker does not care. He is a wall out there and really mitigates what could have been a pretty dangerous situation. As here is Broughton. Makes a pass back to Stalker, and Stalker's touch, he tried to get it to Overstreet, but Overstreet's going to have to fight for it as it was just too far in front of him, and it was scooped in by Woodberry player as sends it downfield, and the header off Stalker, and Woodberry's offense going to have some second breath here as dribbling in, really having to fight for possession as there is a ton of pressure coming from the Saints defense. Nice move there, gets a pass into the box. The header is too far to the left for Woodberry, and they could not quite get a goal there. Some impressive ball handling, but just couldn't finish it off, and it will be a Saints goalie kick. As Welch pretended to take it, gave it to Broughton, and Broughton dribbling upfield. So a couple of defenders around him, attackers around him. As Overstreet gives it to Kehoe. Kehoe makes a pass to Bjurlin, who cannot quite retain possession through a couple of defenders. And Woodberry manages to keep it in bounds, but turn it over further downfield. As making a conservative pass with the goalie kick there. And put upfield a nice pass there. Just the right amount of spin. A really beautiful pass by Woodberry. As Broughton gives it to Welch, who just boots it upfield. And Woodberry doing a good job with offensive possession in this game. But Overstreet with a great job boxing him out. And Broughton kind of trapped on that left side, but Bjurlin trying to break out a little bit with the move. As Bjurlin makes the pass, couldn't quite thread the needle. Good amount of defenders in the area. Braun gets tripped up, stays on in between the ball and I believe number 13 for Woodberry, Jackson Berezwitz. And Broughton again clearing it up off the head of Wishnack as he tries to catch up with it. Stops it from going out of, he doesn't manage to keep it. I believe it's actually going to be Saints throw in. And it will not be, it'll be a Woodberry throw in, pardon me.
Clearly a penalty. Did not like the aggressiveness of Colin Wishnack there.
Yeah, I don't know that I saw too much there, but that's why I was a little confused. I thought it was going to be a throw-in. I just Did not see a penalty.
That was a looks like they're giving Colin Wishack a yellow after Colin Wishack got his legs taken out by the Woodbury defender without any contact to the ball. I did not really know what was that all about, but
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know about that one. I think,
I feel like those penalties should have at least balanced out, or the referee should have given the Woodbury defender one as well.
yeah, I mean, if you're gonna say Colin Wishnag, I mean, it looked like before that on Colin Wishnag's first penalty, it looked like he was just chasing down the ball. I didn't see a lot of physical contact. So if you wanted to, keep their hands to themselves and avoid physicality, then you should call it that way. But
Yeah, I just feel like these calls should be then also made both ways, though.
yeah, I mean that's my point. You got to keep it consistent. You can't make one team keep their hands to themselves and leave the physicality out of it while also allowing the other team to make physical plays and kind of rough the other team up a little bit. And honestly, I like physical soccer, and I like to see refs allow them to, play rough and play hard. But
I feel like that's how the sport's all meant to be played.
yeah, I mean, you just got to keep it consistent as a referee. And there's another tumble. Olson goes down, and I believe they're calling that one against Woodberry as Jackson Berezwitz had some contact that put Olson down. And Stalker will be taking the free kick as we are into the 30th minute of this game. The free kick up. Lots of players in that area in the box. Woodbury comes out with it and wastes no time as a nice move. And St. Christopher's rushing to get back on defense, and Bjorlin recovers for the Saints, shoved a little bit, but keeps it. And makes a dangerous pass, and that's going to go in, and Woodbury ties it up. And they're celebrating pretty hard. The game's not over yet.
Yeah, not even the first half is over.
I just don't think that was the smartest pass with Woodbury's offense right there.
I feel like he just didn't. I think Chase Brown just didn't see the Woodbury attacker right there, and sadly just slipped right through Connor's legs as well. Not what you wanted. Wanted a little, have some momentum, a little goal to spare going into the second half, but they still have 15 minutes left in this half to change that.
As RJ Johnson making a couple dribbles and put out. And Broughton just couldn't quite connect with Overstreet on the pass. To throw in. And Woodbury again looking like they might get something going on offense. Saints just, I mean, Woodbury's done a great job of keeping possession on offense. So Saints just got to generate some turnovers and stop them from getting on their side of the field as Stalker with some nice touches. Keeps it in bounds too. Nice little series there by Stalker. Olsen keeps it in bounds again and booted upfield. A smart move by Stalker. As some nice touches by Woodberry. Overshoot with his head in it. Olsen with a nice move there. And Carithers putting some pressure on them. Some nice passes by Woodberry. And that one not nice, right to Cole Butler. Tries to get a pass over to leave. Looks like Rickards there. Just couldn't quite connect. Might be Cade Cox actually. As Stalker coming in, making a nice pass to Olsen, who makes a great one-touch pass to Butler. Nice series to keep possession as Bjorlin's shot taken in. And holy moly, what a good game from Woodberry's goalkeeper. Already some crucial moves to keep the ball out of their net, and big reason why this game is tied at 1-1. And Broughton gets slid by. Manages to keep him, but they're calling him for a foul. I didn't see a lot of contact, to be honest, but it'll be a free kick in pretty dangerous position for Woodberry.
Ref gives Evan a last warning. I don't know what the warning was before that.
Yeah,
I think Evan has been playing really clean and proper.
Yeah, I'd agree. I haven't really seen much foul worthy from him. I mean, even there is pretty light. I agree. I think he's been playing clean, good soccer. As the free kick, the header by RJ changes direction, and a sliding kick from Butler sends it out of bounds. Deflected off. No, not deflected. So it will be a throw-in for Woodberry. As RJ, his guy on stumbles, and he manages to keep possession. And a slide tackle, 2 slide tackles as Cole Butler keeps possession, but that one is deflected. It'll be Saints ball. And Overstreet through ball, tries to get it to Carithers, and that one is put out of bounds by Woodberry. It'll be a throw-in taken by Overstreet. Overstreet has Olsen right there open, and he will get it to him. So just making the easy pass there. As less than 10 minutes to go here in the first half as we are tied 1-1. RJ Johnson tries to make a pass. Intercepted, but put out of bounds there. Deflected. And a nice job to retain possession by Braun. It's impressive move there, as impressive control as Kehoe makes his way, tries to get through a couple defenders. No opening though. Now it's deflected. It'll be a Saints corner kick. So Lucas Gordonier going to come out to take it. And Gordonier makes a light pass, so they're going to try and get him into play. And cannot quite get that one in the back of the net as Overstreet came up to take the header, and it was just off target, too far to the left. And this game remains a tie. Goalie kick for Woodberry. It'll be past midfield. Well past midfield. Broughton takes it in. Broughton out to that left wing to Overstreet. And Kehoe makes a move. Gets through a couple defenders. Keeps it as he spins his body around. But cannot quite keep it as he had to tussle a bit. But he gets it back there. And a lot of passes and deflections here, as that one will be out of bounds on St. Christopher. So it'll be a Woodberry throw-in. Throw-in is right to Olsen, looks like, and Butler tries to keep it. Ton of defenders, and they will call I think they're calling a foul on Woodberry for the contact on Butler. Looks like the ref is giving a bit of a warning to Jackson Breswitz for that. Didn't have a great look at it, but I think what probably happened was Breswitz gave Cole a little shove in the back.
I think it was just a lot of chopping of the legs right there. The ref did not like that. Just trying to take the legs out.
Free kick. Johnson, who...
Right back to the goalie.
Yeah, he was playing real far out, but luckily for him, went right to him. The kick is up. Stalker makes a pass to Evan. Nobody too close to him, but they are closing in now. Nice pass to Butler. Makes another nice pass to Groom. The Saints have really had to fight hard for possession here, and another foul called, I believe. And it'll be a free kick for Woodberry. The kick is up far, couldn't quite connect to the teammate. Olsen was there with the header to disrupt it, as Kehoe with a nice little chip touch there. Kehoe making his way through a couple defenders. Deflected, but right back to Overstreet. Olsen takes a shot and is just wide right. Made a shot from way out that was very close to being perfect.
A little knuckleball there. Looked amazing. Just a bit wide, though, from the top right corner.
Yeah, I love to see him taking those shots, though. I mean, it's always exciting when a player can make those, and I mean, take your opportunities, too.
I mean, that's why he's there. He's in that back position because he can make those shots, because he's been known to make those shots. So, always love to see him try. It's always great for the highlights as well.
Yeah, Wilson has 4 goals and 4 assists on the season. As Woodberry trying to get something going on offense. As less than 3 minutes left. That is up, and I believe Welch deflected it. Connor Welch coming out of the box and made a smart move there. Managed to deflect it on what could have been very dangerous. And they're going to call it a goalie kick, so they're going to say it's out on Woodberry. Looked like James Gamble thought he had a corner kick and just ref told him to go back up. And a light pass to Broughton. Broughton through a couple defenders as he gets it to Kehoe, and Kehoe cannot quite hold on to it as a couple of Woodberry players came in to take it from him. And Olsen and Butler with a nice defensive effort there to take that one away. And thought that was all. I thought that was out on Woodberry, but they're going to say it was out on St. Christopher's. Less than a minute left to go in this first half. Still tied up as the free kick, so they called a foul, so it's a free kick. And that is disrupted by Olsen, putting it upfield. And Gordon Neer with a nice touch. And Butler had to slide for that one a little bit.
Looks like he slipped, took a bit of the grass with him.
So out to that left side to Overstreet. Overstreet with the cross in, cannot quite find Gordon Neer, but the Saints recover, and Groom's shot is taken in again by Woodberry's goalkeeper. 4 saves on 5 shots today. And the kick up. And Butler races to get that one over to Groom. Lets it slip, but keeps it. An impressive touch there as Butler now into the box, and again taken in. Woodberry's goalkeeper on point today, keeping this game tied up. And some slipping there.
Looks like he dragged him with him. Good that the ref saw that.
Yeah, some complaining from Woodberry's sideline, but I think that's a
Oh,
fair
a
call.
yellow.
Yeah, I thought he looked like he was talking to the ref, giving him some business.
It looks like he also tried to like take the ball away from the free kick position, so I don't know what that was about, but deserved yellow card there for some tomfoolery.
That's
Unnecessary at this stage.
a lot of fouls in this game. The ref's not letting much through as Olsen will have the free kick. And the Saints pretty spread out here as the chip is up and too far to the left for the goal. And we are into extra time, the 46th minute. And Stalker comes in, makes a pass to Overstreet. Overstreet playing conservative here, so not rushing to put anything else on the board before halftime ends. Excuse me. And Johnson over to Butler. Butler over to Olsen. Keeping it about midfield, and Overstreet just lets that one through.
Looks like we have a Woodberry player on the ground, laying down.
I didn't really see what was happened, but he looks...
Looks like we'll be halftime though, so we'll see if he's back for the second half.
Yeah, so we will... see game tied 1-1. We'll be back after halftime, which will be 10 minutes, so catch us then. We are back with this matchup as the teams take the field after halftime. The Saints in a tie with Woodberry Forest, 1-all. If they can put some on the board in this second half and take this game, they'll win the Prep League. Woodberry Forest, ranked number 10 in Visa Independent Schools. Saints ranked number 1. So St. Cruiser is chasing a bye, and Woodberry poised to get in, trying not to fall out, as the top 12 ranked teams in Visa will proceed to the tournament. And Saints seem to be playing with a little more energy this half as Olsen gets past the Stalker, gets it to Butler. Sorry, he got it to Evan. Evan got it to Butler, and he gave it right back. Evan Broughton over to Overstreet, as now let's see if they can get something going on offense. Kehoe having to fight for it, as here is Overstreet over to RJ Johnson. RJ through a couple defenders and cannot quite get it to Bjurlin as it slipped him a little bit. And now cleared out by Broughton, who made a smart move as the Saints had a bit of a weak back line in terms of player count. Headed by Olsen. And slow but accurate pass. And Woodberry trying to take fuel on the offense. Cannot quite keep it with them, though. As Olsen pokes it out. Excuse me. And Kehoe chasing it. And Olsen gets a touch on it. The Saints can't quite keep it. It is going to stay with Woodberry for now. But here comes Bjurlin with a steal. Can't quite keep it. Had a defender right behind him. Olsen with a nice slide tackle, getting it out to his teammate Broughton. Gives it to Butler, gives it right back. A lot of passing here as Stalker gets it to Butler. And Butler through a couple defenders. And there's Groom. And Overstreet puts it across the field to Broughton, and everybody playing up for the Saints. Stalker the only one behind midfield as Kehoe gets it to Butler. Butler trying to shake a defender. Gets out to Olsen on the left wing, and it is deflected, but it will be a Saints corner kick. And it will be taken by Daniel Kehoe. So shaking things up a little bit. Usually Gordon Neer takes us. So it looks like they're going to maybe make a short pass over to Gordon Neer. But we'll see what they do, and they will do that. But they're going to have him take it again. Guess they didn't like the placement of the ball. And Gordon Neer looks like he is going to send it in, and he does. Here comes Braun.
Oh.
Cannot quite get his head on it. Just
so close. So close.
Just a little. I mean, a couple inches above him. And the goalie kick is past midfield. He's got a great leg. And Saints keep it as there's Broughton with the pass over to Overstreet, who could not quite hold on to it. Had a Woodberry defender fly right in. And the header And Gordonier boxes the defender out. Tries to get the through ball to Groom, but it is cleared out. And it will be a corner kick for the Saints, as I thought goalkeeper was going to come up and take it in, but the defender thought it would be wiser to just send it out, as here is Overstreet to take the corner kick, something they've done well all season. Got Groom right there in front of the goalie. Olsen far into the box, puts it in off the head, but the Saints keep it. It's Bjorlin. His shot deflected. But can Gordonier win the foot race? He cannot, and it is cleared out by Woodberry. And Colin Weiss now in goal as he comes out to take that one in. Gonna simple roll out to Stalker, gets that pass to Olsen, back to Stalker. Some slow play here. Stalker has plenty of time, no pressure on him. And Broughton gets it to Olsen. Olsen tries to get a chip shot to Overstreet, cannot quite. And poked out there and put out of bounds by Woodberry. It'll be a Saints throw in. Gets it over to Kehoe. Kehoe has to fight for it. And his fight he can't quite win. As Woodberry keeps it and keeps it in bounds, but they lose it again as Brian and Olsen just smothering it. And a nice touch from Bjorn to get it to Johnson. Gives that one to Broughton. Broughton up the field. Broughton. And Woodberry dribbling it down. Saints rushing it back on defense. The clear in. His shot is taken in. Colin Weiss. Colin Weiss punts it upfield. Tries to get to Gordonier. Can't quite keep it, but recovers it for the Saints after the fact. Bjorlin with a nice dribble there. Over to Olsen. Olsen tries to get a pass to Gordonier and cannot quite connect. As that one ran down by Johnson, who puts it out of bounds. It'll be, I believe, a throw-in. The throw-in is good in the air for a little bit as Groom comes out with it. Has to get through a couple defenders. Smothered on that left side. Tries to get the through ball to Gordonier, and it is just a little too far. Had a couple of defenders in front of him. As that one put to about midfield. Butler right on him. And cannot quite take it away from him, but Groom does. Butler's defense kind of forced an errant touch there as slips through Braun, and he has to recover. And he's tripped up a little bit. And it'll be a Saints throw-in all out of bounds on Woodberry. So the throw-in is off the head of Woodberry, And cleared up, I believe, is Olsen. And here's Gordonier. Cannot quite keep it as Woodberry's back line caught up with them. But here, can they recover it? Not before it's cleared out. And a nice pass there as Saints defense runs back to recover. And that is a nice deflection as Broughton clears it up to about midfield. And that one deflected a little bit too as Olsen, I believe, comes up with it. Dribbling downfield. Maybe looking for a pass, finds Gordonier. Gordonier back to Olsen. Olsen has 4 defenders on him. Gets it to Wishnack, who has his pass deflected. But Butler comes in for the steal.
Amazing track back right there. Love to see that.
And Olsen to Bjorn, back to Olsen, some short passes. And over to that left wing for Overstreet. And Wishnack stumbles a bit. Put out of bounds. Real soft kick there, putting that one out of bounds. Overstreet will have the throw in, and they've done a much better job of putting pressure on Woodberry's defense in the second half than they did the first, but that's not led to a goal yet as we are in the 10th minute of the second half. So Stalker dribbling past midfield. And Carithers keeps it to Bjorlin. Bjorlin, Gordonier cannot beat the goalie to the ball. So some nice pressure, but it will not result in a goal. As Stalker gets that one to Olsen, a nice touch. RJ putting it up. And right into the hands of Goff, the goalkeeper. Broughton running to catch up with that one, but Colin Weiss comes out and takes it himself. And rolls it out to that left side to Stalker. Sorry, right side for the Saints. As Olsen over to Overstreet. Back to Olsen. And he cannot quite hold on to it, but Butler comes in to recover for the Saints with a steal. And Butler dribbling upfield, finds RJ on the right side. RJ finds Carithers, put out of bounds, along with some contact on Carithers. As Davis Oki taking some business from some parents on the Saints student section after the contact. But RJ Johnson going to take the throw in. And the throw in is passed back downfield. Stalker as his defender stumbles into the box. And a no, I think it's on
Just
top of the
on
goal.
The top. Wow.
Thought that went in at first, but again, the Saints just can't quite capitalize as what would have been a great shot just doesn't quite go in. Might have been looking for a pass too. As the goalie kick upfield off the head of Olsen. Still on Woodberry's side of the field, but Woodberry finally manages to keep convincing possession. And Colin Weiss comes out to take that one. Yeah, and rolls it right back out, finding RJ Johnson. And it has been on Woodberry's side of the field for most of this second half. And the header by number 21, that's Oren Klein, will result in a corner kick for the Saints. And Overstreet, as usual, for these right side corner kicks, is going to come and take it for the Saints. And he's got a lot of players outside of the box, more than usual, as the kick is up off the head of Woodberry defender. And some stumbling there. And Carithers just stumbles again. And Woodberry racing to recover, get back on offense, but they put it out of bounds again on just a bad pass, and the Saints will have the throw in, and it's to Olsen. So Overstreet. This is a nice pass to before midfield. Stalker comes up, passes it in, headed out. Tried to find someone in the box, didn't have anybody in that area. And here's Broughton over to Olsen. Olsen and Overstreet has it on the far side of that wing. Overstreet spinning a little bit to get that kick. I'm not sure who exactly that was off of. It'll be off of Woodberry. As here's Olsen. Tries to get across into Gordonier, but some defenders in the way. As Stalker with some nice touches there. And Broughton up. Tries to find the clear to Overstreet. Cannot quite get it, and it'll be a goalie kick for the Tigers. And it'll be a throw in for the Tigers, not a goalie kick. That's a mistake in there, and that's going to stay in the air for a while. And that one poked out. RJ puts it in the air for Carithers, who cannot quite retain possession. A tough ball to keep a hold of, as Broughton, his deflection is taken in. And can Colin Weiss be his guy? And it is put out by Evan Broughton.
Goal line save, amazing.
A clutch play to stop the goal there, as Colin Weiss got beat to the ball, but the Saints' #1 defender came in to stop that one. And it'll be a throw-in for Woodberry, as it was cleared out by the Saints, as RJ does the same there. It'll be another Tigers throw-in. And Colin Weiss comes to take it. And Broughton is before midfield, gets it to Bierlin, who barely managed to poke it out. Over to Stalker, gives it to Johnson. Back to Stalker. Stalker has a couple defenders around him and can't quite get it to Bierlin through them. As now the Saints again have to run back on defense. RJ, and he pokes it out to Carithers. Good job by RJ. And a little bit of a flop there, perhaps, as that one poked out again. I'm not sure. So they're going to say it was off of Woodberry. And RJ will take the throw in. RJ, his throw in will find keep messing that name, Gordonier. Gordonier can't hold on to it, and here could be an opportunity for Woodberry, as some stumbling as Stalker cleared it out, just out of reach for Woodberry. And that pass disrupted by Overstreet, but can't retain possession. And bad pass there. Just giving it right back to Johnson. And Groom through a couple defenders, cannot quite get it. And Johnson sticking to his attacker. And that is cleared out. Overstreet.
Sends a through ball to Kehoe. Can Kehoe match his speed?
Kehoe doesn't look like he will, as that one is going to be a goalie kick for the Tigers. As the goalie kick well past midfield, he's been doing a good job with those. As Bjurlin with a nice move there to Olsen, over to Groom. And Groom has that one poked out by Davis Oki. And RJ Johnson getting through a couple of guys. Over to Gordonier. Could have been dangerous, but he couldn't quite get the touch. But here's Bjurlin. Bjurlin cannot quite keep it, but that one's with Butler. Butler with a spin move, but again can't quite keep it. But the Saints not letting up any pressures. Here's Olsen.
Shot.
Deflected. As here's Groom. Groom, the pass. Cannot quite find anyone in the box. And Woodberry finally. No, they will not keep possession. It's a throw-in taken in by Overstreet. And Gordonier, again, can't quite get it, but trying to get a call from the refs and won't find one. And it'll be a throw-in that Gordonier will take. But I like that the Saints are finally managing to open up some opportunities there, as they were putting some serious pressure on Woodbury's defense. Gordonier's corner kick up. And swatted away as Woodbury's goalkeeper just having such a great game. As Stalker put on the ground, and they're going to call that out on the Saints. No. Apologies. They're going to call a foul on Woodbury for the contact. The free kick just gets it quick to Butler. As here's Overstreet to Olsen. Olsen to Kehoe. Finds Overstreet. And puts it across the field to Stalker. Stalker dribbling up. Brought in the one-man back for the Saints. Stalker, the pass. Kehoe tries to find Overstreet, cannot. As Stalker and Johnson pokes that one out. Woodbury clearing it up is Oki. Off the head of Johnson, still in the air. Johnson with another header. Now Groom finally on the ground as Groom gets it to Johnson, and Johnson can't quite retain possession, and that will be out of bounds on the Saints. The throw-in will be taken by Oki. And Oki is throwing. Finds his teammate off his chest, but the Saints come away with it as Olsen does it out to his teammate Stalker. And Broughton over to that left wing to Overstreet, over to Kehoe. Kehoe over to Overstreet as they are keeping it on that left wing for the Saints. As Stalker has it at about midfield, dribbling past. He finds Butler. Can the Saints make something out of this? Butler. And a turnover for the Saints. Bjurlin will not turn it over as Bjurlin poked it out to his teammate. And Butler to Bjurlin. Back to Butler. And he cannot find Kehoe on the pass. Is intercepted there. but I think he's expecting maybe a teammate for the 3 ball and didn't have one. As we approach the 70th minute, so about a little over 20 minutes left to play here in this game. And Groom catching up to it, keeping it in bounds, and that is off of Woodberry. It will be another Saints corner kick. Let's see if they can make something of this as Overstreet comes to take it. And Groom right there at the goalie. Overstreet passes it up. And it is up and off the top crossbar. But here's Gordonier trying to put it back in. Cannot. And it is cleared out by Woodberry. Again, major pressure on Woodberry, but they couldn't capitalize as the Saints now have to rush back on defense. But Stalker again takes it away from the Saints, and they are dominating possession in the second half, but just haven't been able to get a goal out of it. And heavy contact there.
Back-to-back chances there, yeah.
As Cheryl Young will be caught for the foul on Groom as he shoved him down a little bit. Olsen tries to find Gordonier. That one is cleared out. Almost hit a car there. But I believe via thrown as the Saints making some substitutions. As Johnson will have the throw in for the Saints. And he gets it to Gordonier, and it is deflected. Woodberry seems to think they have it. I don't think so. As it will be a Saints
corner.
Yep.
Ref letting the Woodberry players know that he is the main boss on the field. Whatever he says goes.
Yeah, I don't see how that could have been off of Gordonier. Looking at the direction of that ball, I'm pretty sure that was off of Woodberry, as Gordonier just nails a defender on the kick. And here comes Johnson to stop that from developing any further for Woodberry, as the pass up and slipping a little bit. Clears that one out. Gets a header. Put down on the ground. No foul for that one. As the Saints defense, that pass is not going to lead to anything as RJ pokes it out. It'll be a throw in for Woodberry Forest. Would be really excited for a throw-in.
Very happy.
Yeah. As the Saints trying to put pressure on that back line for Woodberry. Can't quite get the ball out of it. Kisner coming up. Johnson putting the straps on.
Seat belt, as they would say.
Yep, and Dano with some defense of his own. That one's called out of bounds on the Saints. The throw in, dangerous and off of Woodberry. Olsen just making an effort there. Gordonier gets it to Stalker. Stalker back to Gordonier. Johnson keeps it in bounds. Tripped up a little bit, but keeps it. Johnson trying to make something happen. Gets it to Kisner. Can Kisner catch up to it? He cannot. It'll be a Woodberry Forest goalie kick yet again. As that up to midfield, Olsen gets his head on it. And Gordonier gets shipped up a little bit. He looks like got hit in the face maybe.
Yeah, touching his nose a bit.
As that'll be a foul called on the Saints. They're going to call a yellow card on Dano for, I guess, jumping over the ball. That's a weak call, I think, to be honest.
Very.
Really? I mean,
the Woodberry player was nowhere near from taking that shot, so I have no idea what
he wasn't.
Dana could have prevented there.
Yeah, he wasn't set to take it. He's just getting back, and I don't know why he jumped over the ball, but a yellow card, really? So Wishnack upfield. Overstreet over to Wishnack, who gets tripped up, and I think they called a foul for that. It'll be a free kick for Overstreet. Maybe try and chip this one in, as nobody too close to the goal. Takes the kick into the crowd, poked out by Woodberry. Stalker recovers the ball for the Saints. Stalker. Nice pass by Olsen to Dano.
Dano to
can't keep
no
it.
one.
Yeah, I just can't keep it as the Saints. Butler recovers it for the Saints.
Great stop there.
As Johnson over to Kisner. Kisner just can't keep it from the defender, but he gets it back. Kisner, and cleared out another Saints corner kick. They've had a lot of them today. Haven't made a goal of one yet. As Overstreet has Gordonier and Olsen far up there. Takes it. Jumping up is Wishnack. Gordonier can't kick it in. Cole Butler's shot just too high. And yet again, the Saints just miss out. And in the 77th minute of this game, it is still tied despite what really looks like a one-sided second half.
Yeah. Just really couldn't really get their shots on target this half. But the chances are there. Just have to keep that up in these last 13 minutes of this game.
As the ball up to midfield. And Bierlin back to Broughton. He gets to Overstreet. And again, the Saints look like there's something going on offense. Can they finally capitalize? That one put out of bounds on Woodberry as Overstreet will take the throw in. Saints just got to finish these off and capitalize because they've had plenty of chances in the second half. As Overstreet cleared out there. Not sure who exactly that was out on, to be honest. They're going to say it was out on Woodberry, which would make sense considering where the ball went. And it will be Gordonier to take it. He's got Overstreet right there in front of the goalie as Broughton comes up. Johnson and Groom back. It's low to the ground. And again, just can't put it in. Right in front of the goal for him. But a couple defenders cleared out as Johnson over to Butler. Butler gets it to Overstreet. Overstreet to Gordonier. Gordonier. The cross is cleared out. Put out of bounds over the goal by Davis Oki. And it will be another corner for the Saints taken by Overstreet. Can they finally capitalize on this one? Woodberry's just struggling to keep the pressure off him and really just get on the other side of the field this half. But Saints just haven't managed to capitalize as we approach the 80th minute. It is in, and Olsen's header taken in by Woodberry's goalkeeper. Yet another corner kick that does not end in a goal. And credit to the Woodberry defense for doing a good job on this corner kicks. And that one is out of bounds on Woodberry. And again, the Saints will have possession as they have, I want to say the Saints have had possession probably 60% maybe in the second half. Probably 60, 65%. As Butler pokes it out, but can't quite find a teammate. But Bjorlin comes in with a steal. And Butler with a nice pass over to Groom. Groom
on the wing.
into the
Gets
box.
past.
And Groom gets put down. As he's up now. And Brown came in. Looked like a clean play on ball, just really bad deflection, just send him tumbling. As I believe both players kicked the ball at the same time, and he just got the wrong end of it. And a short pass on the throw-in. And they'll have another throw-in. Less than 10 minutes to go. About 8.5 as Saints still tied with Woodberry Forest. Despite a one-sided second half. As Stalker clears that one up. And the header, nice one to his teammate. As Johnson trying to track it down. Johnson still in bounds. Johnson with the defense. Good defense, and he'll have the throw-in. No, Woodberry will have the throw-in. I thought that was out on Woodberry, but they're going to say it was out on Johnson.
Looks like they're giving a free kick here as well.
Call a foul on Johnson. I just don't know. But let's see if Woodberry can capitalize on one of their only opportunities they've had the second half. The kick is up off the head. Not sure who got their head on it, but
Chase Bjorlin.
And Chase Bjorlin.
Chase Bjorlin all alone on the wing.
Has
1v3.
Has external defenders. Lets his teammates come up to him. And Gordonier makes a kid fall. And Gordonier over to Groom. Groom
Kehoe.
to Kehoe. Kehoe to Groom. Some short passes as Kehoe. The Meg! And a slide tackle. But Groom with some moves of his own. Off the head. Here's Overstreet. Can he recover? And that is cleared out of bounds. It'll be a Saints throw-in with 7 minutes left in the game.
Tyler sends it in.
And Olsen with the shot taken in by the goalkeeper.
Do they play overtime?
Yeah.
As Overstreet trying to put pressure on him and force a turnover. Can't quite. And looks like Saints rushing to get back on defense as, wow, Groom coming in and just takes it right back. And Bjorlin cannot quite keep it, but it's right back to Johnson. And Stalker gets it to Butler. Butler over to Bjorlin. Bjorlin's shot is wide right. little over 5 minutes left to play, and we are still tied. And the Saints just got to finish off their offensive possessions. Really, they've had plenty of them and plenty that look dangerous. They just haven't been able to capitalize against a team that, I mean, it really looks like they're dominating them on this side of the field this half. As here is Chase Bierlin through a couple defenders, loses it, recovers though. A nice move. Bierlin's shot right to the goalkeeper. Again, just cannot capitalize. '85th minute. Off that of Broughton. Olsen is there. Olsen over to Bierlin. Over to Wishnack.
Wishnack looks as
some stumbling there from both of them, but Wishnack recovers and gives it to Johnson. Doesn't try and make any magic happen. As here is Cole Butler. Cole Butler over to Bierlin. Bierlin's pass looked like it was just chipped by some defender. Oh. As Overstreet goes to recover there. Woodberry's defense just doing a good job of keeping it out of the back of their net. And at the end of the day, it's really all that matters. It's that pass off the head and a chip pass. That's a good chip pass. And Cole Butler with the steal. Not too many defenders back, but enough. As Olsen to Bierlin. Bierlin tries to get the Gordonier, can't, but it's recovered by Olsen, and Olsen cannot quite
send it out.
Tries to make the pass, and it's just sent out by Woodberry. It'll be a Saints throw-in on Woodberry's side of the field, just past midfield. Gets it to Wishnack. Wishnack pushed a little bit. As Bierlin trying to put pressure on him. And Olsen off the deflection, and it takes a lucky bounce to Butler. And the Saints recover, as here is Cade over to Broughton. Broughton gets it to Overstreet. Overstreet loses it, and they have to recover, get back on defense now. Cade Cox trying to make a move through a couple defenders. The pass puts it out on that right wing. Can they keep it in bounds? They can. And just a little too far for his teammate, but he recovers it through the defense. And the shot is wide right. So they cannot get a goal out of that one. And by the way things are looking, we are headed to overtime in a couple minutes if neither team puts anything on the board. And Woodberry player cramping.
Subs going on for the Saints.
As it is cooling down here at St. Christopher's, as into the box, and the defender misses. Butler still has it. Can't quite make anything of it, though, as a quick recovery by the goalie. Butler, and it is deflected. It'll be a Saints corner kick again. As looks like Gordonier taking it. He's got Overstreet right in there with the goalie. Takes the kick and cannot keep it again. The Saints just can't make anything of it. And we are in the 89th minute of this game. And the throw-in will be for Woodberry. The throw off the head. And Johnson's passes disrupted, but Butler recovers. Butler keeps it through a couple defenders. Bierlin cannot do the same. And there might have been deflection there to stop that one from going too far up. As here's Overstreet to Kehoe. Kehoe trying to keep it. Finds Overstreet, who makes a pass. Gordonier, can he keep it? Gets it to Overstreet. Tries to find Bierlin. Bierlin cannot quite get it from the defender. And booted upfield by Woodberry as we enter the 90th minute of this game. It's that one on the left side. Bierlin! It is deflected, and another Saints corner kick, and they finally capitalize on one. Woodberry's last defense just holding strong, and again, the Saints looked dangerous and couldn't do anything. But they will earn the kick, as here is Overstreet into the box. Just out again. And the Saints.
RJ keeps it out. Can you give it out to Mason? Mason
RJ, what a play by RJ Johnson. And Overstreet gets it, tries to get it to Braun, and it's put out of bounds again by Woodberry. And the Saints just have to capitalize. As Broughton keeps it. Broughton
sends it in.
And
dives for it.
I don't know if he needed to do all that, but punts it up midfield. And Stalker run back to recover that one. 92nd minute. And by the looks of things, we might be headed to overtime if the Saints can stop this. Cleared out, deflected. This time cleared out by Chase Bierlin. And regular time is over, and we are headed to overtime.
Is it to overtime or is it game? That might be game.
Might be. So
yeah, that's game.
So no overtime here. The game ends in a tie, which is never really satisfying, but
I mean, the Saints are getting their shots up. I mean, it's difficult to play a team. I mean, they were pretty much playing a ROM ball at that point. They were just getting everyone in the back. They had like maybe a 6-man back line, so it's always hard to play against that. But they fought hard, fought tough. Yeah.
Well, we prep league, I'm not sure exactly what will happen with that. If they had won this game, they would have won it for sure, but looks like some extra play will have to determine that. But the Saints went into this game ranked number 1. We will see how this tie to the 10 seed affects them. I don't think it will be too bad. I think they might hold the number 1 after this at worst. I mean, I don't see them slipping out of the top 2, but that'll do it. Our next stream will be 2:30 tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. as the varsity football team takes on North Cross. We hope to see you then.